What if we could look into the eyes of the minds that shaped our very reality? Their ideas are not trapped in ancient books. They are the invisible architecture of our world. Socrates is often called the pioneer of Western thought. His brilliance didn't lie in providing answers, but in asking the right questions, forcing powerful Athens to re-examine all its certainties. Though his mission was the pursuit of truth, his wisdom was seen as a threat, culminating in his tragic sentence for corrupting the youth. His legacy is the very foundation of critical thinking, an eternal invitation to live an examined life. Plato, Socrates' most devoted disciple, transformed the pain of his master's death into a quest for ideal justice. He gave us the legendary allegory of the cave and founded the Academy of Athens, the first university in the Western world. His struggle was to reconcile the imperfect world of men with the perfect world of ideas. Plato's legacy is the enduring belief that truth and beauty must be sought beyond the shadows of everyday reality. Aristotle was the father of biology and logic, a brilliant mind determined to categorize the natural world. Although he was a student of Plato, his greatest achievement was intellectually breaking away from his master, bringing philosophy down from the realm of ideas into the material and observable world. He was the tutor of Alexander the Great, uniting the greatest mind and the greatest conqueror of their era. His concept of eudaimonia, the pursuit of a flourishing life, remains a timeless guide to human happiness. Seneca was a central figure of Roman Stoicism, a philosopher whose life constantly tested his own principles. He served as advisor to the infamous Emperor Nero, a dangerous relationship that forced him to navigate between wisdom and tyranny. Enduring exile and chronic illness, his philosophy was forged in practice. His death, a forced suicide ordered by Nero, became his final lesson in serenity, leaving behind a legacy of resilience in the face of chaos. Confucius was a sage whose philosophy shaped East Asia for millennia. His great accomplishment was the creation of a moral and social system based on harmony, respect, and filial piety, compiled in the Analects. Yet his life was marked by a long pilgrimage in search of a ruler who would adopt his ideals, a sage almost without a kingdom. His legacy is the invisible framework that still guides the social and familial relations of billions today. René Descartes is considered the father of modern philosophy. His eureka moment came with the iconic phrase, "I think, therefore I am," establishing reason as the foundation of all knowledge. The central conflict in his work was the challenge of uniting mind and matter, soul and body in an increasingly mechanistic world. His legacy is nothing less than a revolution in thought, placing human consciousness at the center of the philosophical universe. Immanuel Kant was a philosopher of such methodical routine that his neighbors set their clocks by his daily walks. Behind this secluded life, he accomplished a Copernican revolution in philosophy, proposing that reality conforms to our minds, not the other way around. His great work, The Categorical Imperative, offered a universal moral compass. His lasting legacy is the philosophical foundation for human dignity and universal rights. Friedrich Nietzsche was the most provocative and misunderstood mind of the 19th century. He diagnosed modernity's spiritual crisis with his famous and tragic declaration, "God is dead." His life was a relentless battle with illness and solitude, forging a philosophy of overcoming and the will to power. His legacy remains controversial, but it's a timeless challenge for humanity to find the courage to create its own values in the void left by tradition. Simone de Beauvoir was one of the most influential voices of the 20th century and a central figure in existentialism. Her core conflict was forging an intellectual identity of her own while navigating her legendary and complex partnership with Jean-Paul Sartre. Her declaration, "One is not born, but rather becomes a woman," became an enduring symbol in the struggle for identity and freedom. Ibn Khaldun was a visionary Arab thinker, today considered the father of sociology and modern historiography. 600 years before Marx, he analyzed the rise and fall of civilizations in his masterpiece, the Muqaddimah. His life was marked by dramatic turns from power to prison, giving him a unique perspective on the cycles of history. His theory of asabiya, or social cohesion, is still an understanding of the force that binds and breaks nations. The voices of these thinkers echo through the centuries, not as distant whispers, but as ongoing conversations about what it means to be human. If this journey through the history of thought inspired you, please like the video, subscribe to the Aura of Ages channel, and share this link to the past. Your presence helps us continue bringing these figures back to life.